Well, hello, my beauties. Okay, so if you guys were watching my story today, everyone's been like wanting the tea. Sorry, I gotta adjust this. So if you can't watch the whole thing, I'm gonna save it. It's gonna be on my page. Usually, I do not talk about clients openly on my page. I don't think it's professional, but this client, I'm sure she's gonna see it too, I'm gonna speak on because I want to make sure others that are in a studio or even salons protect themselves, because I am updating my policies after the nightmare that just happened to me. Hey girl, hey everyone. Okay, so here we go. My client essentially stole, let's see, $210 plus, let's do the math. I want to make sure I have this completely dialed in. So 210 plus 100 and, where's my calculator? There it is. Okay. So in total, $210 plus 140, so $350. $350 was taken from me. And no, she did not physically take out $350 of cash that I had in here. What happened? So this client sends me a text to book her appointment, and this is the third time doing her hair. And I do her hair once a year. I book her appointment, okay? I have text. I'm not going to show you guys, but I have text. And she texts me, I want to book. I send her 3 dates, and she picks 9/12. And I'm texting, and I say, okay, I'm going to book you for 9/12. And she's like, okay, I can't wait to see you 9/12. She gets a confirmation. My system sends a confirmation as soon as I book. You get a text and an email if you're signed up for it, but you get one or the other. And not only do you get that, but you will get the price of your appointment, okay? So she gets that. So then and this was months back, on August like 8th or 9th, I get a message from her, and she's like, hey girl, I was wondering if I can get in sooner than 9/12. She literally wrote 9/12, and I said, okay. And I said, and I didn't say anything because she needed specifically Friday appointments. That's the only time she can come in. So I sent 2 clients a text to see if they could move around and I could get her in before September 12th. And mind you, this was August 10th. And I didn't hear from them. So I was waiting to hear back from them before I messaged her, and this was over the weekend. And then on, when was it? August 11th, I get a message from her in regards to the appointment. And I was like, and I wrote back to her and I said, hey, I wasn't able to get you in sooner, but you're at the top of my list. If anybody moves before 9/12, I will get you in. And she goes, okay, thanks. So the next day I'm off, which is 8/12. You guys know where I'm going with this. So on August 12th, and I have 2 phones. I have the phone you see, and I have this phone. This is my working phone right here. I use it just like my salon phone. I only touch it when I'm working. It's off when I'm not. That's how I have work-life balance. But I have this phone on my counter at home, and I flip it over, and this client that I've been texting with is losing it on me. Where are you? I'm here at your studio. You're disrespecting my time, like literally losing it. And I was like, oh my God, she must have confused, thinking she's supposed to be in here on 8/12 when it's 9/12. She got multiple text messages, her writing back 9/12. She got confirmation from my booking system, and it's not her first, okay? So she's losing it. So I call her. I have her on speaker, and I'm at home, and my husband hears. She is going off on me that I didn't message her sooner. My lack of messaging is what she's mad at. Mind you, she just realized then that she had the wrong date. And she was mad because she had to move things around. She had to drive here. And I'm like, I feel bad. I'm trying to make it right for her. And it's just the circle. She's just angry. She's angry. I'm like, you showed up a month early. You get the confirmation. I was like, you texted. She was now trying to flip it, that she was more angry at me that it took me 3 days to get back to her about the wait list. And I'm like, that's because your appointment wasn't for another month, and I was waiting for 2 other clients that I was trying to get moved for you. If your appointment was actually on 8/12, I would have been messaging you every day. And I was like, what can I do to make this better? It goes silent. You guys ready for this one? This is a good one. So she goes, well, Chat GPT just told me that you should give me 50% off of my service. Chat GPT told her that. She put it in as we were talking. I said, okay, you're not going to get 50% off. I've had tons of clients show up on the wrong day and I'm not here. And I've never had this situation. I've never had someone go off on me like this. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to give you a free haircut. Let's do that. And she goes, right, you guys are seeing this. This can be saved on here. Even if you had messed up the date, her lack of emotional regulation is embarrassing. It was rough. It was rough. And it gets worse, you guys. It's just the start, okay? And I go, I'm going to give you a free haircut. And she goes, Chat GPT, just wait. And I'm like, I'm going to give you a free haircut. And I just knew I shouldn't have taken her. Like, I was talking with other salon owners, telling them what was going on. They're like, no, like, and I've never had a client do this. I've had them show up on multiple times, either when I'm not here working and it's a confusion, not sit here and tear me apart for 30 minutes and then tell me Chat GPT says I owe her half off. Anyways, she gets in here, okay? I create a new policy, a contract for her to sign. I text it to her before she comes in that, you know, due to my travel as a hairstylist, due to XYZ, it can take up to 3 business days to get back to me, because she was mad that I didn't get back to her in 24 hours and I didn't say that in my policy. I have the contract back there. And before I handed it to her, she started to get emotional. She told me she was going through some stuff in life and she was sorry. And that she didn't even realize it was the wrong date until I had told her. I felt so bad because life happens. Life can be pretty crappy sometimes, and maybe I'm too nice of a person. And I was like, you know what? And she was about to cry. I said, stop. We're just going to move on and we're going to do your service. And she's like, okay. And Lauren, I love you. That's why I need somebody here to help me sometimes. So I do her hair. It's beautiful. And we changed the tone. And those hairstylists that know this, if you're going from a client that's used to ash to gold, you're kind of like checking. So I take her to my chair. I dry the front. And I said, I'm going to dry it. If you don't like it, I'll take you back and we'll tone you with an ash, because I did a raw lift on her. She wanted something different. She loved it. She was obsessed with it. It was new. It was fresh. She's going through some changes. It's going to match it. I finish up her hair. She loves it. She's happy, okay? Here we go. So then I go, this is your price. And she goes, but that's more expensive than what my appointment was last time. And I said, yes, my prices increased 8 months ago. It was on your appointment notification. It's on my website. It's on my booking site. It's all over my social media. Every single person knows that my prices go up. And she's like, but you said you were going to give me a free haircut. And I said, yes, I'm giving you a free haircut, and this is discounted from my current prices, what it's going to be. And she goes, but that's not cheaper than what I paid last time, and I wanted a discount. Okay, you guys? I'm sitting here in my studio, and she goes, what are you going to do about it? Okay? So I go, all right. I'm sitting there in my head. I'm like, this is the last time I'm ever going to do her hair. Just give her the discounted price. So I give her a highly discounted price, okay? But it's not cheaper than what her service was. I discounted it $180, okay? Gave her $180 off of her price. And so then, okay, gets better. So then she was just like awkwardly looking at me like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And it was weird because I have such a great relationship with majority of my clients, and like I never come on and talk about this. And she leaves, and we both have this awkward, like we know we're never going to see each other again. In comes, I get a message. You guys ready for this? So I get a message from her. Let's open it up. And mind you, I'm not going to use names. We're going to respect that. Where is it? I get a message from her, and it goes, hi, Katie, could I come in for a color correction? My hair is feeling a bit brassy and flat after our last session. Also, I want to be up front. I'm really disappointed that the $180 complimentary haircut and you promised weren't honored, especially since we only did half a color. It took me almost 4 hours to do her hair, you guys, okay? I did the whole lived-in thing, okay? So she texts me that. And I proceed to tell her all of my breakdown prices, everything when I cover her number. What it cost, how much, everything. Did you quote her price? Yeah, she knew my prices. She confirmed it on her booking appointment. She knew what the price was going to be. But before even her appointment, she was wanting half off of her service because that's what Chat GPT told her, because she showed up a month early to her own appointment and said it was my fault, okay? So she sends me that, and I send her that I gave her this and this and this discount. So not only did I give her a discounted service, she wanted now a full color correction and she wants more money off. So my option is if she comes in, there's gonna be so much tension. I don't even want her in my space because I'm scared of what's gonna be the next thing that she wants money from me. And it's just this money grab, this money grab, this money grab. I've never, ever, ever, ever refunded money in my entire career. And I had to take a loss, and she said she was going to dispute the charges with the bank, and she was going to do this, like, some really stuff that I'm not happy with. And so I refunded her the 50% off she wanted and gave her hundreds of dollars back on a beautiful service. And she left me with, and I was like, thank you for your understanding. I wish the best to you in finding a stylist who better fits your needs. Left it very professional. And she wrote, absolutely aligned. That matters most to me is integrity and accountability. Bottom line, you didn't honor your word and moved the goalpost without communication. I've otherwise valued your service, but the loss of trust is something I can't move past, so I will not be returning. I'm just sitting here baffled that I wouldn't service her anymore at that point. I'm never going to touch her hair again. She's never allowed in here. She's blocked. Tell her to have Chat GPT. Tell her. Well, Chat GPT is, I think, communicating with me because these responses back from her are very Chat GPT. And I love you, Margot. I am so fortunate. I've never had to enforce policy. Ever. Love you, Abby, because I have incredible clients that are on here seeing this, and I hate that you guys are seeing this because I never speak on other clients. I've never had to enforce, and I see other stylists that enforce these very, very strong policies. And I think it's just making sure that, like, we go on and we prepare for the worst case scenario that we hear other stylists talk about and make sure those policies are up so when it does happen, we're covered. And I'm now out money. And I just literally, it rocked my world. Like, I felt like a really crappy hairstylist, but like, I knew there was a lot going on for her, and I was just trying to honor her and make her feel good because she's going through something really intense. But then when she's wanting half off, more money off, and if she's so unhappy with her hair, why is she okay all of a sudden when she gets all this money back that she was originally wanting? Privately share her name with your stylist and friends. Oh, I have. I've shared her name on the Denver Colorado Hairstylist Salon Owners page. Her name has been put in there privately. Can I get 50 off? Yes, all my beauties are entitled to 50% off when you guys come in. All of you. But yeah, I feel so disrespected on a different level, and I just want other stylists out there to make sure in your policies. I'm now going to have it on my policy on my website and on my booking site about like refunds and, you know, my prices. And I'm very transparent with my prices. Very transparent. You know, and especially she's one that I knew that, you know, she had already talked about, you know, I pay a high dollar to have you. I value you. Like, there was always money conversation. So I was very aware of that and able to stay in that. But the fact that she sat there and looked me dead in the eye while sitting in this chair and said, what are you going to do about it? When she didn't want to pay that price. So that is the tea, you guys. I'm sorry to my beauties that had to watch me go off about a client. I've never in my career come on here. Exactly. She's a scam artist. I got scammed, and I'm just trying to bring awareness to other stylists, especially us that are in our own space, in our own studio. I don't have a salon owner. I don't have a salon manager. I don't even have fellow stylists. They're across. I could have grabbed them that can sit in here and like back each other. And that's what's hard about being in these studios, because it's us and making sure we're covered. I know you love the tea, and making sure that we are covered. So I will be putting that in, and I hope all of you guys make sure you go in on your booking websites, on your website, or even make sure it's posted somewhere that it is seen. So if there's any court or legal matters that are ever taken, you have your policies clearly posted. I have other policies that are very light because I've been spoiled. I have the best clients a girl could ask for. I've never had to enforce policy. I talk about them all the time because I hear of nightmares. So CYA, cover your ass, you guys. There's the T. Love all my beauties and all my hair besties. CYA.